And this is what we not only get to, experience in our own lives, but pass on through time to the future generations.
Yeah.
So truly, not only are you able to liberate yourself from a struggle, clear the family line back from the struggle, but supercharge that energy forward and gift it to children. And that's just one miraculous thing that tapping does, right? There's psychoneuroimmunology. It's the awareness that our thoughts and emotions have an impact on our nervous and immune systems, that our thoughts have the capacity to actually make us sick. And if they have the capacity to make us sick,
I believe that to be true, yes.
Then they also have the capacity to make us well. And then we get into the neuroplasticity, right? Where we actually go into the neural networks in our brain. And this is all through the tapping process. We go in there and we say, is this serving me anymore? Do I want to be thinking this way? Do I want to believe this way? Do I want to embody this? Is this how I want to feel on a daily basis? And if no, then we're able to rewire.
Through tapping.
Yes.
My goodness.
It is. It's so magical. And it's so simple, but it hits every part of your being. All parts of self come in for healing all at once.
Yeah.
And that's why the energy moves so fast. And you'll see in our upcoming session, or the session that's happening now, why we experience things like off-gassing. So the body is processing the emotion and releasing it and transmuting it as it needs to. That's why when you're tapping, you might experience hiccuping, burping, yawning, tingling, change in temperature. You might get sleepy, you might feel nauseous, you might even break wind. It's all the body's way of processing what's been stuck and stored and clenched and held together, because that's how most of us move throughout our lives. We're like this.
Yeah. I remember when I first did it, I was in floods of tears, but I felt so good after. Yeah. Like, it was such a release for me. And I was like, what is this? I need it in my life and I need to keep doing it. It's amazing. It truly is. Like, if you haven't done tapping before, this is an invitation for you to try something new. And I promise you, it's going to transform your life. So you're an artist. We spoke about you being an actress and a writer and all these other wonderful things. How has this modality helped you tap unintended, tap into your creativity?
Oof. So just like tapping can be used to heal deep-seated trauma, I mean, it's used on war veterans, it's used on victims of sexual abuse. It can also be used for everyday stress and weight management, or if you're wanting to release weight. And it's also used for high performance and success and releasing money blocks. As I said, anywhere where there's emotion, tapping can be used, right? And we're getting not just into the conscious part, we're getting deep into the subconscious, where all our patterns and programs live.
Exciting.
So it's a shedding and it's a rebuilding at the same time. And that happens at the same time during a session. We're releasing all the density and then we're choosing how we want to think and feel, believe. So how do I want to feel as a creative being in the world? What kind of things do I want to bring forth? How do I want to feel in the process of creating my dreams?
Because it's the feeling, right? It's not, how do I think necessarily? Yes, that is a part of it, but it's more about how you feel.
Yeah. Yes, I remember actually in a session with you, I think I shared this beautiful quote by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He talks about how you can never think greater than how you feel.
How do you remember that? I have that written down in my notes on my phone. That's incredible.
Because I'm still learning. Even though I've been studying for so long and been a practitioner for so long, I'm very hungry to learn, because I've seen the change in me and the change in others.
Yeah, I mean, my mind is blown. That was a long time ago, first of all. And I was like, oh my God, writing it down. Well, not physically, but I had my notes and I wrote it down in my notes, and I remember sharing it on social media. This was ages ago.
Oh my goodness.
So it just goes to show how in tune you are with the process and the participants.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, I'm touched by that. The fact that you remember that's incredible.
Absolutely. Because it changed my life, learning that.
Yeah, it changed my life learning that too.
And that's the beauty. That's where tapping starts, right? You're changing your energy. Emotion is energy in motion. Right. A lot of people move to the mindset space for whatever reason. It's more popular. one may think they have more control. When we drop into the body, emotion can take over your being. It's harder, or we don't have the full attuned skills of knowing how to move through this, right? And again, the beauty of tapping is that it's so simple. You can do it for 5 minutes, you can do it for an hour, and an hour of tapping reduces cortisol by 43%. That's the stress hormone. Incredible. So literally, so much is happening in your being, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, physically. It touches all parts of you.
Wow. Okay, let's imagine we're about to do a session. Tell the audience what that might look like.
Oh, a group session, right?
A group session, yes.
Because I facilitate one-on-one, and I facilitate group sessions, and I love doing both.
I'm a group girly.
I know. The beautiful thing about a group session, not just because I'm an actress and I love being with the ensemble, and I love cultivating that energy. We really do change.
I had to talk ensemble.
I know, ensemble. The energy of the room shifts. It chemically alters.